Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of
MomChitChat.
Yeah, we're back. So, one uniqueness of MomChitChat TV show is the real stories we get to share and hear, true stories, emotional stories. And I'm super glad to be on this team with my super beautiful ladies. Well, my name is Modupe Enyila, and I have with me
Nicole Chikwe.
My name is Jane Ogoye.
On today's episode, sitting with us is one of our mom followers, very beautiful and looking very summery. Her name is Mojisola Ogunsanwo. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you
Mojisola.
so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah. Please, can you tell us a little about yourself and your platform?
Okay. Basically, my name is Mojisola Ogunsanwo. What I try to do with my platform is I try to enlighten people on the realities of coping with special needs kids, because I have 2 special needs kids. So
Wow.
I would like to help people because it's not easy, and I know it's not easy, and not everybody has the kind of support I've been able to get from my immediate family. So I would really like to help. I just have this burning desire, need to just put it out there that, hey, you're not alone. I mean, it's not easy, yes, but we can pull through together.
I can imagine. So before we continue the conversation, do you think that the word special needs is derogatory?
Well, it depends on the context in which it is used. You know, some people, special needs, maybe special ed, you know, that kind of classification, of course, that's needed. But as long as it's not used in a derogatory way, I don't see anything too wrong with it. As long as the intention behind it, I'm a special ed teacher, or I have special needs kids. I mean, what other way can I communicate what's wrong with my child if you see my child? So, I mean, I'll just have to tell you, my child is special needs. So really, it does depend on how you use it.
Right.
Because I know some moms do find it very, very insulting, or
it's your reality you have to accept. That's your reality.
My sister.
So, I mean, whichever way you choose to cut it,
Exactly. It's what it is.
It's what it is. It doesn't change. It doesn't change it. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
When did you find out about your child?
Oh, well, I had my first son about 10 years ago, and I had a very traumatizing normal delivery. So
Now you mean vaginal delivery?
yes, vaginal delivery, yes. So that has scarred me for life. I cannot have any baby vaginal delivery again. I'm already scarred. So I would rather go for elective CS because I realized that I start to dilate by 6 months. Wow. So I have to be put on, yes. So it was the error of the first child that made us realize that, I start dilating by 6 months, and then I'm supposed to be put on drugs by 5 months. So as to stop the dilation, and then before now going to the theater, but you know. But we found out he didn't cry at birth. I mean, of course, I was pushing, so I didn't even know what was happening. So he didn't cry at birth, and then they put him on the oxygen, and then they forgot to turn it on.
Wow.
So that 1 minute, that's coupled with the stress of the delivery, is why we are where we are today.
Wow.
So what is his challenge?
It has cerebral palsy, which is, let me just put it in the layman's terms, that and a baby that has stroke, but for an adult that has had stroke, the person can, because he's walked, talked, and done everything again, he can learn it again. Yes. But for a child who's never done anything before, you now have to teach that child because a certain part of the brain has been damaged. Now there are different levels. There are some that is still okay. Some for the girls are not as badly affected as the boys.
Why is
for
that?
cerebral palsy?
Why is that?
I don't know. I have not been able to understand it.
Right.
But with early intervention, by early intervention I mean therapy, speech therapy, occupational therapy, physiotherapy, that child can be better, and of course equipment. So that can make the situation better and the child would improve. But you know, it takes a lot of patience.
I can imagine.
A lot of patience. It takes a lot of love. My son didn't start eating normal food until he was 2.
Wow.
So I had to take him to SE because I wasn't getting what I wanted in Nigeria.
Yeah, in Nigeria.
So I called my cousin. Bros, this is what's happening. I don't understand. Because he understood because he's a medical doctor. So he knew what was going on. And then I had to see a pediatric neurologist in Nigeria. Those people are not easy to see.
Do we have pediatric neurologists here in Nigeria?
We do. We have 2 renowned ones. But they are not easy to see. They are not easy to see at all. Oh no, they are not easy. I'm still struggling to see one again.
Oh, wow.
And it's not easy. So So we went to SA and, you know, we saw a pediatric neurologist, and then the guy told me, your child has cerebral palsy. He will never be able to walk, talk like a normal child. And then I started crying in the doctor's office. Hey, my own has finished. Who did I offend? You know, me and my auntie, we got to the car and we just bawled. We just bawled for like 30 minutes. People were going on like, what's going on here? You know? But I guess we needed it so that we could accept it. Because if we didn't do that, we would never be able to accept
in
it.
denial as well.
Live in denial. I realized that a lot of parents live in denial.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So acceptance is key. But once you've accepted, you can move forward. You can do a lot more. You can brace up and face it that, okay, this is my reality.
Yeah.
Let's just face it once
Let's
and
face it
for all.
once and for all. You know, then I have a second child who has a language disorder. He's on the autism spectrum. So he was going to a school whereby they were helping him with his behavioral challenges. Autism basically is behavioral challenges, and also, you know, since it's on the spectrum, there are some certain, it's called ABA, Applied Basic Analysis, that you apply on the child. There are certain things you need to do, and, you know, to be able to help with the child's behavior so that he's a better person, can relate with people and all of that. So he was going to this school where they had a center in the school there, and that was working until I had to move away from the area I was staying and all of that. So I moved back home, so I now had to get a speech therapist for him. He was going, and then I needed to get him back to school. And then he started going to school. And the day I dropped his brother off that, okay, let's go for speech therapy, he changed it for me. Like, he was not even ready to even go anywhere. I said, ha. And I had to call the speech therapist, like, this is what's going on. And I said, okay, maybe we should look at holiday. So, you know, and I had to like change the program that, okay, during the holidays, he would always come and all of that. But one thing I was also made to realize is that these things take time. Whether you like it or not, you have to wait. It takes time, but with patience and love, it's a small sail ride. It's a small sail ride.
Your story is so touching.
How
has the parenting journey been so far?
Oh, wow. It's been challenging, coupled with the fact that I'm going through a divorce right now. So it's very challenging. I mean, there are times that it's hard. It's very hard. I wish it wasn't the way it is, but it is what it is. If it's not working, it's not working.
Would you say that the pressure of dealing with two special needs children would have contributed to like a certain level of strain in the marriage altogether?
I think it might have, because I also had a Down syndrome scare.
Wow.
For my third child. I had a Down syndrome scare. So I think it was at that point that he must have been like,
what's
happening?
Is it only me? As in, why is all this happening to me and all of that? I mean, he's a human being.
Yeah.
So really, I can't blame him if for whatever reason that has put a strain, or maybe, you know, he's a human being after all.
So you have 3 children?
Yes, I have 3 kids.
Your third baby is?
He's fine.
How old is he?
He's going to be 4 next month.
You have 3
I
boys.
have 3 boys, yeah.
Wow, king
like
of
me.
boys.
Exactly.
King of boys, exactly.
So there's this saying that you can't give what you don't have. You can't give from an empty cup.
Yes.
So how do you take care of yourself emotionally? How do you make sure that
It was very hard. I went through a depression. I had to go for therapy. My friend told me, I had another discussion with my friend recently, and she said, you know, you need to see a shrink, right? I'm like, oh God, not again. But you know, it always comes out, you know, in as much as you are happy and everything, but one way or the other, people who really know you and really care about you and know that this is not the glint they see. I mean, whatever glint they are seeing now, they know what it was before. And coping, I have a very wonderful support system. My nanny is fantastic.
Very key.
Yeah,
Very key.
my nanny has been very fantastic. She's been there with me from day one.
Wow.
From when my first son was, in fact, she was there for his first birthday party. But she came when he was about maybe 9 months.
Wow.
And so she's been
And she's still there.
She's still there, yes.
Wow.
She's not like my
Your
mom.
sister, your
She's
mom.
like my mom.
Oh.
Because I mean,
Amazing.
I can go to bed and know that my kids are fine.
Okay.
You know, so,
Fantastic. That counts for a lot.
So I mean, that's a lot. I have a very wonderful mother and a father who have been there with me through thick and thin.
Yeah.
So, and yes, I have a very wonderful family. They've been very supportive. I mean, whatever anybody can give, but really, it's beyond the material.
Yes.
You know, sometimes you just need someone to call you and say, oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. You know, the person that can offer prayers offers prayers. The person that can offer encouragement words can. And at some point, I didn't really like it because
it felt like, oh, they're patronizing you. Or
reminding you
yeah. I didn't really like it, but I realized that because I hadn't accepted, that's why I didn't like it. So acceptance is key. So when I accepted, okay, yes, this is my reality. Yes, this is it. Let me just face it. And it's been tough. It's not been easy. That's the truth.
I'd like to ask, what's a typical day like for you?
Oh, a typical day. Okay, I wake up in the morning. My first son's physiotherapist comes to the house to do physiotherapy for him. So in the morning, they wake up 7 o'clock because they sleep with me. So they wake up 7 o'clock. Their school is just 10 minutes drive from the house.
Oh, fantastic.
So we get to school, get dressed, we shout, get into the car. Okay, I go and warm the car. And then my kids are very adventurous. And then they try and go and starting the car. Like, I start shouting, oh, what's it all this? And then the whole house is scattered. And then the other one is saying that he does not want to eat. And I'm like, I don't get it. Why aren't you hungry? We're going to school. Oh, no, I don't want to go to school. So in the morning when they go, when I go and drop them off by 8:30, oh yes, sigh of relief. Then I attend to other businesses. I make clothes. So my tailor comes around. We talk about designs, blah blah blah. We face that, and then before we know it, it's 2 o'clock again.
Exactly.
And then we come back. And by the time we come back, the distraction is much because I can't even concentrate.
I know.
The tailor cannot concentrate because my house, everything we operate at home. So it's just crazy. And then I've lost so many tape rules. I have tailor's apprentice. They take the scissors. The last one comes and then he says, "Mommy, measure me." What am I measuring? And then he says, "Okay, take." And it's okay, measure my head. And you know, it's fun. I mean, those are the highlights, and also I won't trade any of those for anything. So yeah, and then before we meet, it's 6 o'clock. And the day has ended.
And then the next day.
And then the next day we start again.
Exactly.
Except when they have to go to their dad's place. I can say that's when I actually rest. You know, so that's when I actually.
So there's someone who takes care of them.
Well, the nanny goes with them.
Oh, okay.
The nanny goes with them.
So there's
The nanny goes with
consistency.
them. So no nanny, no children. So the nanny goes with them.
So I'd like to ask you, for parents with special needs kids, what do you think they should look out for when picking out a school? The criteria, things they need to.
Well, it depends on what kind of special needs we're talking about.
Yeah. Right.
A lot of schools in Lagos, I don't know about any other parts in the country, but I know of Lagos, they are trying to accept all the children. So there's an inclusive education, exactly. So as much as possible, they've made room to accommodate everybody to a certain point.
Right.
Now, my first son, because he's not working, he's speaking, but not as much. So I cannot take him to a mainstream school. So what I have to do is I have to get a speech therapist and then the physiotherapist. But my other child, he can express himself. He can tell you if he wants to wee. He says wee. I want to go to the bathroom and all of that. So he knows the basics. You know, even though it's not for a child his age, but he knows the basics. So he can go to school. He goes to school, and that has helped his interaction with other kids. Because that's also another. Your social abilities are also very important. Those are things you need to hone when they are young. So, you know, that has also helped with that. So basically, what they should look out for are things where a school that is all inclusive.
In the real sense of it.
In the real sense of it, yes. There are some schools that actually go as far as having centers in the school there. Where you can actually, they go there and then they try to incorporate them in the classes of their levels as they get older.
Oh, amazing.
So there are some schools like that. But there are some schools that, okay, you're coming to a mainstream school, but they just keep you
secluded.
Not necessarily secluded. They still bring them out to play with other kids, but there's a focus
special attention
on them. But when it's time to play, they bring them out to play with other children so that they can interact properly and know how to interact with other kids.
Wow. So I want to talk about your boy now.
Okay.
So what are his strengths?
Oh, he likes dancing.
Really?
Yes, he likes music. So whenever there's music and then he goes and then he throws his hands, he shakes his head, you know, he likes to dance. He doesn't like conflict. He doesn't he doesn't like it when you shout on other people.
Really?
Or when you even shout at his siblings. And that one is war. You're looking for trouble. If his younger brothers are doing anything wrong, and then you now say, stop it, you're looking for trouble, and he's there, he'll start crying. Oh. And his cry is the one that you take over, and then once it starts, the second one starts, the third one starts, what does
You now be the one begging.
Okay, sorry, it's okay. Now, if you beg him too much, he cries more. Okay. So you have to beg the other two
to stop crying.
So he can stop crying.
Wow.
He's very funny.
That is amazing.
So, because for me, what's important is that they all must love him as he loves them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for me, that's very key. And I see that within them. A lot of times when we want to give him his drugs in the morning, you know, when we say, Toby, open your mouth, and then the younger one goes, Uncle Toby, open your mouth.
Aww.
Uncle Toby, open now. You know, so yes, it's he's a lovable person. He's a lovable character. Yeah. You will see him and fall in love. I'm not saying that because he's my son, but I mean, that's what always happens. A friend of mine came to visit about a week ago, and immediately he saw her. He was just jumping and he was so happy and excited, and he didn't want to let her go. You know, that's how lovable he is. So he has a lot of love to give.
Wow. So I really like to meet him.
No problem. Oh no, I would bring him, if not because I mean they are not around. I'll have them. So that we can have a field day here.
Exactly.
My technicians at work.
I know you've gone through so many phases.
Yes.
I mean, your eldest child is 10, right?
Yes.
I know it must have been tough for you at some point.
Yes.
And I know that you rarely see children with cerebral palsy in public.
Yes.
So did you at any point hide him, in quotes?
No.
You go out with him?
Oh, I go out.
How do you handle stairs?
I don't care.
Comments?
I carry my baby, it's my child.
Yes, beautiful. I love that.
It's my child. I will carry him. I mean, there was only one for a birthday party. And I was wearing heels, and I did that on purpose. I made sure I looked nice, and I was wearing wonderful heels. And I bundled him, and we went to the party, and we sat down. Of course, I couldn't take him into the bouncing castle because of my own size, but I put him where other kids were. And the nanny sat with him, and I did not care who was looking. Yeah. The celebrant who invited me knows I have a special needs child.
Yeah. Exactly.
But if she's inviting me to her party, she knows I'm going to come with my kids.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't care.
Okay.
It's very hard, yes. I mean, there was one time, my second son's class, one parent came in as we were going out, and I was like, oh, damn, let's go. And then was throwing his usual tantrums, playing, and the woman was looking at me with one kind eye. And I just said to myself, me and you, we pay the same school fees.
Exactly.
Like, look with one kind eye. As you pay school fees, I pay school fees.
Yes, no.
Damn it, please, let's go.
Yes. You know why I had to ask you that question? Because you touched on something very important. You said it's your reality. You are living it, and you're making the best of it. So I'm sure there are some moms who have special needs children who can draw strength, you know, from what you said. So well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you so much. So another thing is, are there other tips you'd like to share with moms with special need kids?
I think, first of all, the most important thing is acceptance.
That acceptance is very key, because it's always hard to
Yes.
accept the fact that, you always have that, no, this can't be. Then you start calling blood of Jesus 24/7.
Oh, I did blood of Jesus too. I just didn't tell you that part. I did blood of Jesus too. You know, when we came back from the hospital, I would pray. At night vigil, I'm night vigil queen. You know, when we're in SA, I became a size 6 on top fast. But you know, I came back to Nigeria. After going through, the people in SA really helped. They also put me through some form of therapy in the center there. Okay. That's another thing we don't have here.
Yes.
So they put me through therapy. I had to attend trainings. I did trainings I met a lot of people and all of that. So that helped me. And I came back to Nigeria with the burning desire to talk to people
about it.
And I had just had that was my only child at that time. So I had energy. And I ran into a Nigerian doctor who said, we don't have those kind of children in this hospital. I should go to government hospital.
What?
And I looked, I said, I didn't have my child in the government hospital. I have my child in the private hospital. I have my child in a reputable private hospital. So what are you saying exactly? You know, that dampened my spirit. So it took years. When I realized that this thing is your calling.
Yeah.
You can run away from it. But just know that it's not normal you have one and you're having two. There's something here. And it's not about, I mean, each time I discuss with people that, I'm trying to see how I can make money from business. And I'm like, I don't want to make money from this. As much as, but I don't want to, because this is something that was given to me freely.
Yeah.
So I might as well help people.
Other people.
Other people as well. Of course, money, everybody likes money.
Of course.
Everybody's there because of money.
Of course.
So, I mean, so it's very, very important that, you know, but
What's your
It's
platform called?
special needs parenting.
Okay.
So,
At special needs
as
parenting. on
special needs
social media.
parenting, yes, on social media. So,
Wow.
on Instagram, actually. So, basically, I'm just one mother trying to help another mother.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
These conversations are so important
It's
because
very.
you know, just you putting out your story
Yeah.
would be so encouraging for someone
Yeah,
else who
that's
is
true.
right in the middle of it, in the
Right.
thick of it, and just needs to hear from someone
Sometimes
else.
people are not even ready to come out.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are
For
not ready.
sure.
They're not ready
It's
to come out.
difficult.
As I said, acceptance.
Yeah.
Once you accept the reality,
And the
Every other
sooner
thing.
you
But then we
accept,
can't-
I feel like it's even better
It's
for
easier.
the
Yes,
early
yes, you
intervention.
start-
So you
yes.
can
that is when you
Really
can
key.
actually see the solution. That's when you can actually see. I've come to my own acceptance has gotten to a point that if I die today and Toby does not walk and talk, glory be to God. That's the point I've gotten to. And it wasn't an easy journey. It was not. There were times that I would pray and ask God, why? Why
Yeah.
me? And then another one would tell me, why not you? So it takes a lot for you to now finally accept that. yes,
true.
this is what it is. So before you can even begin to see what the physiotherapists they are paying, I'm a very hands-on mommy.
Yeah.
We sometimes will say, okay, this will help him with his hand coordination. We started with sandbags. I couldn't afford to buy the hand splints immediately. So we started with sandbags. I mean, tailor, there's sand outside. We pack sand, put it, sew it. You will carry the sandbag on the hand and on the leg. So you need an all-inclusive. You need to be hands-on.
Hands-on.
You need to be
And
hands-on.
get informed.
And
too.
get
Yes,
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 of course.
yes.
I mean, that's key.
Very
Before you want to get hands-on, you have to be informed.
Informed.
So you wanting to get hands-on means you are even informed in the
Informed,
first
that's
place.
true.
So, but people are not open. Then life comes in the way.
Yes.
Life happens. Like I said, I'm going through a divorce. Some people may not necessarily be going through a divorce, but they're coping with so much.
Of
course.
You may have a partner that is not so understanding.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you may have a family member that is saying that it is somebody somewhere that is doing you. You may,
Or you married into a wrong family.
you might
Yes,
like your own
that is
family.
why I said support
You know?
is really key.
So support is
key.
very, very key. But it starts with you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It starts with you. Once you can put the
Accept your reality.
that this is what it is. I'm going to accept it as what you can always find your way around it. And ask questions.
Yeah.
Talk to people. And that's
Wow.
it.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mojisola,
Thank
for
you so
coming
much.
and
Thank
sharing
you.
your
Thank you
story
for
with
coming.
us.
Sharing.
Thank you.
being
You're so full of
supportive.
life.
I know.
yes.
Honestly, it's amazing.
I had a great sense of humor too. Well done.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
for
Thank
all
you
you
so
do,
much.
and thank you
Thank
for putting yourself out there to support other mothers.
Absolutely.
It's really important. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. Thank you for reading my DM.
Yes. Thank you for sending the DM.
Thank you so much. I
Wow.
really appreciate
So we have come to the end of today's episode. Sadly, I don't
Yeah.
want to
No.
leave just yet. So if you have stories you would like to share with us, please send us a DM at MomChitChat TV. We want to hear from you. We want to share your stories. We want to see. We're all mothers. We want to sit with you and just share in your real life stories and your real life baby brouhahas. So please send us a DM, send us an email at MomChitChatTV, send us an email at momchitchattv@gmail.com. We're here for you and we're ready to receive you. So see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.